During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard. You know, we don't ever give these people the finger guns.
Oh!
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing out there? It's Revenge of the Sis.
Oh, we've just been kicked off of YouTube for simulating hand violence.
Oh,
handgun violence.
Massive faggots.
No, I think they... Are you kidding me? We'd have a golden play button by now if we were massive faggots.
It's true. Hey, guys. It's Mersh, and I got my makeup tutorial for you today. Just give him a play button. How many subs do you have? 10. Give him a play button anyway. Welcome aboard, guys. It's been quite a weekend, huh?
Dude, it's just...
I'm so poor right now.
Well, yeah, because you got your tickets.
I'm so poor right now.
How poor are you?
I just have no money.
It's not a good joke.
Sorry.
It's not a good joke at all.
I like to say I'm rich in spirit and experiences. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I had.
Can you buy burritos with experience?
I have to get a carry-on bag for this trip. I had to get flights, and of course, I mean JetBlue, of course.
If you're flying into JFK, there's no other choice.
And by the way,
JetBlue.
Spirit Airlines, you don't save money with Spirit Airlines.
No, you don't.
They make it look like you save money with Spirit Airlines, and then everything is terrible.
So for those who don't know,
JetBlue, you spend the extra $25. There's literally no problem.
Spirit Airlines is one of these regional airlines, but every place has one of Spirit Airlines, but
it's like a bus in the air,
right? Where it's these really budget airlines, and they have like these $9 fare clubs and stuff. But the problem is, you could only be traveling with like the clothes you're wearing. Because if you try to bring anything on the plane, it's $30, $60, $100. You don't save money. And by the way, don't get thirsty because they don't even give you water or soda. You have to pay for the water or the soda. And no leg room. And you feel like you're sitting inside of... like you're sitting inside of a NASCAR thing because there's advertisements. They sell ad space all up in the walls. So it's like you're on a bus, like you said. And for them to land, you have to actually pull a little cord. And no, well, not that part.
That's
but
true.
They land.
Literally, after flying Spirit for more than 10 minutes, you just wish Bane would appear on the plane
Yes.
and just rip it in. Like, you just hope like
You have
mercenaries
more leg
start
room?
shooting into the windows. So I had to book that. So I had to book a flight round trip to New York. That's $225. Then of course you gotta get a hotel. So the hotel is like that's another $400 for several nights there.
La Quinta.
No, it's Marriott. I can't do it
I'm
anymore.
telling you,
I can't do it anymore.
Isn't it
I can't
amazing?
do it anymore.
Isn't it amazing?
I can't be poor anymore. Like
Isn't it amazing to get Marriott?
I've stayed at too many roadway inns in my lifetime. And the thing is, like, yeah, like again, this goes back to the flight thing. It's far like for the amount of like you don't save a lot. Like it's like $20 a night. But the drop in quality and convenience and where you are. So yeah, I'll pay an extra $25 a night. I'm staying right next to the courthouse on Long Island, like the federal courthouse, where there's the Central Islip train station right above on one line of the Long Island Railroad, and then like 2 miles south is the regular Islip South Rail. So I can pretty much get anywhere on Long Island now on a train, and I'm good. And I can hop on one of the fastest trains to JFK when I'm getting the fuck out of there, and I'm done. So yeah, but so now I'm out like 700. Ordered eyeglass frames today. It's 150. Got to go Wednesday to fucking get the eye exam, fill the prescription. I got to get my new carry-on bag, or like the approved stupid like all this shit that you're supposed to have worked out in your 20s, and I'm poor. So be sure to tune in tonight to Nightwave and special guest Sway Grovera. So
anything? Just need the money.
what?
Just need anything now for the
Yeah,
money.
I just want people to tune in and give us money
Yeah.
later because I'm poor.
Yeah.
But also we will have Sway Guevara of the GDL on
Cool.
to talk about what we're going to talk about later. We got so much stuff today.
I like Sway, but I think Sway's
I
cool.
like Sway and Handsome Truth are good. I don't agree with them about everything, and I know
I only agree with him about the black Jew stuff.
they're very heavy on the Jew stuff, which is their thing. I get it. I did tell Handsome Truth recently he needs to take a break, and I didn't mean it like in a ha-ha way, like with Owen, where it's like, this dick is crazy. I could just see the stress in one of his streams recently, and I actually wrote to him, like, you should chill. Just take a few days, smoke some weed, play some video games. Like, I know that's what they want us to do, but it's like sometimes you have to do what they want you to do, which is take 2 days off, smoke weed, play some video games, go get your dick sucked. Like, whatever fancies your thing. So, yeah, but Sway will be on tonight. I actually told somebody who hates the entire right wing, but I told him I was having Sway on, and they were like, yeah, he's all right. Like, even people on the left are like, yeah, Sway's all right. He's a good kid.
All right.
So the Oscars,
Oof.
big Oscars buzz. It was the
Look.
second lowest rated Oscars in history.
That is correct.
So my prediction was incorrect last night. I said it would be the least watched one.
They need to bring Billy Crystal back to do white blackface.
Oh, remember that?
The jazz singer. that he
Yeah,
did.
I remember when I was a hip cat smoking marijuana and raping white teenagers. Fucking Billy Crystal has never been funny. Stop
Thank
telling
you.
me Billy Crystal's
Thank
funny.
you.
Stop telling me Steve Martin was funny.
Dude.
Stop telling me that. Stop telling me that
Steve Martin had one funny movie. One.
he was good in movies. He was a good actor, I thought. I thought Steve Martin was a
Oh,
good
stand-up you're
comedic-
talking?
Yes.
Oh, stand-up was terrible.
Him in a bunny suit.
Banjo, playing the banjo.
Like I always felt like Steve Martin and Billy Crystal are the kind of comedians that like young comedians always used to pretend to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, well, if you don't get Steve Martin,
I don't know what to
clearly
tell you.
not. Like what, a guy screaming in a bunny suit singing about King Tut? That was
Hey,
funny.
That King Tut song, woo, that guy, he was real funny.
You know
song.
who's funny? John Belushi was funny.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Dan Aykroyd was fucking funny. Martin Short was fucking funny, dude.
Chevy Chase on coke?
Chevy
Hilarious.
Chase on coke. 80s Chevy Chase. Early 80s coked up
Was
Fletch.
the best.
Chevy Chase
Was the best. Yeah.
But apparently, literally Satan to work with.
Bill Murray, another really funny guy.
Oh, yeah, the funniest of all time,
Yeah.
but he transcended like being funny and just became like a piece of Americana.
That's
But,
a
like,
good point.
I'm talking about the basic stop with the Billy Crystal. All these award show guys that you tell me are funny, Hollywood, they're not funny. They're not funny. I'm sorry. You know who's funny? Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is funny. You want a funny host for some shit? I'd go, look, we're going to catch a lot of shit. I would have got Dave Chappelle this year, if you think about it, because it was the woke
It would have been perfect.
Wakanda black thing, but he's too problematic, which just proves that these people are fucking hacks.
I'll say this. Look, at least this year, the Oscars got it. They stopped talking down to middle America. You know, they decided to be just like everybody else.
I don't think I'm pretty sure that's not.
That's not what you wear when you go out?
That's not what
That's not what you wear when you go out? You don't wear Billy Porter? You don't wear his tux dress?
You were really condescending last night, boys. I don't know if we saw the same show as you.
Oh, my God. Lady Gaga walked out with a $30 million Tiffany necklace. A 30?
While they cried about inequality.
By the way, if you were to tax the value of that necklace, it would hit AOC's 70% super rich tax 3 times over. 3 times over.
I was super lazy yesterday, so I didn't eat or do anything all day. So I went to dinner like mad late last night, and the Oscars were on at the bar I was eating at. And, of course, a bunch of fucking local yokels that are like, I love her dress, and just all these retards. And I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't even drunk, but I was just belligerent yesterday. Like watching the Oscars, and they're like, remember when Bradley Cooper starts singing with Lady Gaga, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, look at that chemistry. Look at those two. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, you understand they're both actors, right? They're acting. They're pretending to have chemistry. And they're like, nah, look at all that chemistry, y'all. And I was like, have any of you ever seen Lady Gaga under the $30 million necklaces and makeup? I'm like, she's horrendous.
She is disgusting.
I'm like, you wipe the makeup off Bradley Cooper and the fucking shave the beard. He still looks relatively passable. But don't tell me Bradley Cooper wants to fuck 40-something-year-old Lady Gaga. That's not a thing. And they were like, oh my God, look at her. And I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Why do you care about any of this? Is that the real trauma alert in our fucking chat room? Is this trauma alert in our...
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just going to assume that I'm having some
stroke?
sort of 30s. Yeah, a stroke in my 30s.
It happens, man.
It's more likely than Keemstar's hanging out in our chat.
So Billy Billy the Kid over here. Sorry,
His nigga looks like the kind of like one of those cheap like knockoff like Jack Skellington dolls that some fat goth girl has in her house. You know, some fat girl with a fucking Hello Kitty tattoo that you finger banged in high school.
He looks like if Hot Topic was a person.
He looks like if Hot Topic was in school on a minority scholarship.
His dress was made by Tim Burton.
Seriously. It looks like Jussie Smollett robbed Helena Bonham Carter on the way to the fucking Oscars. For her outfit.
It's like a mullet of a dress where it's party on top, faggot on bottom.
He looks like a live action version of like, again, the kind of cartoons that goth girls that thought they were interesting would watch in high school.
Right.
He looks like something out of what was the fucking old MTV. The terrible cartoons they used to Liquid Television.
Liquid Television.
He looks like something out of Aeon Flux. Fucking asshole.
Drama alert of the chat says Mary Poppins 2024.
It's the worst.
Future Poppins.
I just hope the next Mary Poppins is a trans black man. Well, fucking whoever wished that into the universe, whoever put that out into the fucking ether, thank you. Thanks, I guess.
It's the World Star Hip Hop section of Hogwarts. Nigga look like he should have a sorting hat.
Oh my God, this poor guy doesn't fit in anywhere. He doesn't fit in with the gays. The black guys want nothing to do with him. Can you imagine if he went and tried to sit next to Offset from Migos? What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Offset's just sitting there looking at him.
Fuck me, man.
Like, hey, am I tripping right now? This dude dressed like fucking Nightmare Before Christmas over here.
Fucking.
Oh, fucking.
Oh my God.
Oh. Old fucking Edward Scissorhands looking ass nigga. Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Look, guys, grow up. We're never going to
Don't
get through this
do- we
Oscars
have
coverage
things.
because you guys always do
We're
this.
covering the Oscars right now.
You start being all fucking childish, and then we can't focus. Enough. Enough. Okay, the Oscars were a serious event where a bunch of millionaire pedophiles gather every year to tell us how to live our lives.
Allegedly. Some of them are only 100,000ers. They're all pedophiles.
Literally.
But the other thing.
I'm like 80% confident at this point. I could say they literally all fuck kids. I think everyone off camera, I just assume.
I
is
mean, we
constantly
don't know.
looking for
We
a
don't
kid.
know. In our mind, we like
hearts.
to believe. In our hearts
In
of
our
hearts.
hearts. Hollywood is raping children indistinguishably, just indiscriminately and without any regard for the law.
Fuck. All right, look.
Oh, man.
Mike, come on, man. Are we just going to make fun of this guy all day?
Yeah, I'm on Adderall. I'm going to
Okay.
keep fucking thinking of jokes.
Just go quick. Pew, pew. Okay. Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen.
I think even like at this point, like if you got like a time machine and you went back in time and you showed slaves this guy, and then you went, hey, you want to be free? They would just go back in their cages. No, I'm good, man. I don't want to end up like that, dude. Look at him. He's clearly wearing one of these girdle type things.
A girdle,
underneath.
yeah.
He's clearly wearing one of those like squeezy things. Mm-hmm. Like a chunky bartender at a strip club. That's to wear that corset thing. Try to hold it all in.
All right. Focus. This is serious.
I thought it was a brave choice that if they're going to do a Batman reboot, that the Penguin was a black man with AIDS, and I think that's a brave choice.
Very brave.
Yeah, and is this going to do like the same thing? He's going to try to poison the water supply. It's just this time with AIDS.
I think that's how it works.
Okay, that's pretty sinister.
Ooh. Oh, fuck.
That was fun.
That was great.
So are we actually going to?
He looks like
We got one picture on the screen.
One
We've
picture.
got nothing done.
nothing. Come on, guys.
What's wrong with us? Why is anyone listening to this?
Gary Gurgles called them Oswald Gobblecocks. Oh, fuck, man. That was really good.
Really good. You win today.
Oswald, okay.
We're just going to end the show now.
That's
we're
it.
not
You
gonna
can't top that. Oh. So Lady Gaga wore a $30 million necklace. Wakanda fucking Black Panther won something. What did Black Panther win?
Also, I don't know, something about whites being bad.
No,
White people are terrible. That's my takeaway from the Oscars. White people just need to be fucking done away with.
All of them. And so it was your typical Oscars. They didn't have a host this year. It was just a bunch of different presenters.
Yeah, that really was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It felt like a fucking jumbled, disjointed mess. Is what it felt like. It just kept going from segment to segment. And I'm like, it needs a host. It needs a host. Every year you have a host. The host is the fucking guy. He's the dude, and you can't just not have a host and go, we'll just make Bradley Cooper pretend like he would ever fuck Lady Gaga for a second.
There's no way.
Has anyone ever seen her without
Lady
makeup?
Gaga's
She's
not
horrendous.
an attractive woman. I've been saying this since she was popular. She looks like typical Long Island trash.
Yeah, but at least when she was popular, she was like 10 years younger.
Yeah, but even still, I didn't find her attractive.
No, but I mean, she still had that, like, I don't know, I guess, trashy kind of Brooklyn Italian broad vibe to her.
Yeah, but so does Kesha. Like,
Yeah, I would have smashed Kesha too, though, when she was young.
I don't think she was ever young.
She was when she first came out. Now she's a kind of a chunkster.
Well, apparently she's not doing any more music because of that fucking record deal with the dude that supposedly molested her or something.
Yeah, dude, that is a fucked up rabbit hole. I think we talked about that.
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
show
we did,
once.
but I mean, even since that's been a year probably since we've talked about it. That's how Lady Gaga dressed. I guess. $30 million necklace. She still has those ratty tattoos.
And what is I really don't understand how you can get up there and preach to us about inequality with a $30 million necklace on. It's beyond me. It's just when you just go there and like a fucking, if this is the year you want to talk down to bad white billionaires, 43% of which are Jewish, why don't you dress down a little bit? Wear something a little more, smart and sort of, cheaper. But no.
All right. So this is what happened during the Oscars. Steven Crowder was
This fucking guy made me so mad yesterday.
yeah.
He ruined my fucking dinner last night with his antics.
He apparently got hit with a copyright strike. Well, why don't let's just let him explain it, okay? Let's let him explain it.
That they're showing, and what are we doing? We are clearly transforming the Oscars. That's the rule of copyright law. You're well within your right to be wrong, but you're not well within your right to break the law. The law is on our side. More importantly, the people of the United States are on our side, and most importantly, the funny is on our side. All right, we're back. Hey, by the way, we're not back on YouTube, so if you watch, we have a little phone here on Instagram. Go to the Facebook page. I don't even know my Facebook page. Is it Steven Crowder Official? Steven Crowder Official.
He had about 40,000 people at the time watching him on YouTube while this happened. Now, look.
What lies are we going to break down first of Steven Crowder today?
There's many.
A lot of lies.
There is many.
Fucking hate Crowder. Probably more than any of these assholes.
So, first off, I want to start, before we even get into it, that I was watching what he was doing. ABC should have not copyright struck him. It was kind of a bullshit.
Of course.
It was a so just to stay morally consistent before we go into Crowder.
But
ABC should not have hit him for what he was doing.
they should not have. But, and I'm just being fair here, and I'm not, again, they were not in their right to do what they did to Crowder. When you broadcast big-time network events live, you do always run the risk of catching that strike.
That's correct.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's right, but like if I watch like State of the Union and shit like that's different, but when it's like an Oscars or it's like, for the same reason you can't watch the Super Bowl and commentate over it, they'll fucking snatch you up in a second.
That's a good point.
So it's like certain things where you go, okay, I'm going to do this tonight. Technically, I'm within my right to do it. How many times have we done that on this show? Where we go, I want to play this video clip, and we're within our right to do it.
Correct.
But do we want this fucking headache?
Right.
And then we post the link, and we give it, and we react to it, because we just don't want the fucking headache of 3 days of getting the, thank you for your email. The reason your video was struck. And you're like, I know, you sent the same 3 emails like 3 times. So, But yeah, you're right. It was a dick move.
They shouldn't have. Now, but that's fine. So then after that happened, let's go through his Twitter. We will. Now, I want to get exactly to when he tweeted from Bernie Sanders. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support. We'll have clips and the full stream up tomorrow. I'll bet edited to appease the powers that be. Disney and ABC hit us with a bogus copyright strike because the stream got too big. We will not go gently into the night. Tomorrow, a war begins.
Ugh. Oh, enough of you, Steven. Enough of you. Enough of your manufactured wars. We're going to take on ABC. No, you're fucking not. All right? You'll fucking suck ABC's dick tomorrow if they gave you a deal. Shut up, Crowder. You sold your soul to fucking Glenn Beck. Nobody wants to back you in a war against fucking Mickey Mouse. Nobody. Except your dumb boomers that fucking follow you for whatever reason. The dumb boomers who buy your mug and think you're American.
So this is the one when I read this to Mike, him and I were fucking, I remember
yelling.
how angry we were. Somebody tweeted to him, 1 minute you're on YouTube, and by the way, you could tell it's a boomer. Look how they spelled YouTube. They put a dash between the U and the tube. 1 minute you're on YouTube, then blink, your live stream is gone. I tried everything. The Oscars had 9,000 viewers. Steve blew them out of the water, so ABC cuts their live stream. Pathetic. Crowder retweets it, and he says, we didn't blow them out of the water. Only 5 times the viewership. No wonder they had us banned. Yes, Mike.
That's because the main Oscars broadcast is on
Television,
Steven. So the YouTube feed is for, I mean, again, the Oscars is what, like 100-year-old institution that's dying and nobody cares about it. So how many old people are on YouTube?
Right.
watching the Oscars. So of course, yeah, most
Everybody's
you're
mom
lying.
was
You're
watching
lying.
it on ABC on the cable. You're right. It wasn't.
You're lying, Steven. You're lying about having better ratings than ABC. You're lying about this war with Disney. You're lying about your business partnership with Glenn Beck. You're lying about your heterosexuality. You're lying about your Americanness. You're lying about the fact that you're fucking, well, whatever. We'll leave those 7 things. There's other things, Steven. We're getting into those someday.
He wrote, the full stream will be up in the morning as well as clips and highlights. # Mug Club is more necessary than ever. We got to get them Mug Club numbers up.
He is constantly, he's another one of these alt-light faggots. He's constantly under attack. He's constantly under siege. I need you to get some mugs, people. I hate this man. With a burning passion, I hate Steven Crowder.
Then he writes, someone goes, does this mean the half-Asian lawyer Bill Richmond finna get heavy in courtroom? We're going to aim his half-Asian ass to the charlatans who are aiming to stifle truly independent content. The big boys have resources, but we fleet-footed, we will win. Mug Club for life. Hey, Steven.
Remember when your buddy Owen tried to stomp out content?
Yeah, but
content?
we don't know the person he did that to personally, so.
No, I am the person. Who
Oh,
did that
that's
to.
right. It was you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Remember
you're
when
right.
your
I forgot.
Buddy, your good friend Owen Benjamin.
I
hit me
forgot.
with a content strike because I was providing commentary that was transformative on his videos and mocking him mercilessly. Do you remember that, Stevie? I hate him. He's like a master at this shit of like where you can't get even through to his audience. He just pretends it is the way it is, and people are like, this is the way it is. It's unbelievable.
Davey Crocco for $2 super chat. Here you go, Jude, Tierra Priest. This is the epitome of toxic masculinity here, talking about the Billy guy in the dress. Ryan Abbott, please look at Cohen Benjamin's Instagram. And Worcester LVB $4.99 super chat. Did you see how Crowder cracked? Just like you guys predicted. I was so excited to see this because I knew you would cover it. ABC is just like Owen. Yeah, well, no. Here's the thing. ABC's not just like Owen. ABC is a multinational organization run by Disney. Owen Benjamin is a lunatic who plays the piano and then beats his dog. So you see, there's some slight differences between the two.
It makes me so angry that people think that this guy's good. He's not a good person.
El Nino, which is Spanish for the Nino, says Lady Gaga looks like Leatherface stitched to his head. And then he goes, Lady Gaga has a pooch. She has a gunt on her neck. All right, so then Crowder said all these things. He posted it's war. He's going to go to war with Disney.
Yeah, you're going to go to war with Disney, are you, Crowder? You're begging people to buy your mugs because you got fibromyalgia.
And remember,
take on the mouse.
The reason the numbers went down, Crowder's Mug Club numbers went down, is because he signed on with Blaze Media, bought out CRTV, and most Republicans that like Crowder don't like Glenn Beck because Glenn Beck was a never Trumper, still talks shit about Trump, went on CNN all the time. Nobody likes him. Crowder specifically said, I don't work for Glenn Beck. Then he retweeted this. When you join the Mug Club, you get this email. Welcome to Blaze TV, owned by Glenn Beck, FYI. Thank you for becoming a Blaze TV subscriber and a member of the Louder with Crowder Mug Club. You will receive your one-time promotional mug within the next 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks for a mug.
Blaze TV is available anytime, anywhere. Take Blaze TV with you by downloading the Blaze TV app on your phone. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Steven, we're not stupid, okay? There was no logical reason for you to link up with CRTV or with now the Blaze unless you own a piece of it. Right. You're lying. You're being a lying liar, Steven Crowder. You're lying just about everything about him's a fucking manufactured lie.
Yeah, it's
Canadian Psycho, dude.
So let's play his video after they copyright.
All right, we're back. Hey, by the way, we're not back on YouTube. So if you watch, we have a little phone here on Instagram. Go to the Facebook page. I don't even know my Facebook page. Is it Steven Crowder Official? Steven Crowder Official.
I don't even know where my Facebook page is because I literally never get in trouble with YouTube. It's weird.
It's
how,
super
how
weird.
they basically line up to suck my dick. It's the weirdest thing. But this one time, I guess, Facebook.
Right now, we've actually put this. I don't know if we can go to a long shot. We have a makeshift ladder up here right now with a phone. You have no sound on Instagram. People who are on Instagram right now, go watch the stream on Facebook. Yes. We were hit with. There you go. Can you show that again?
Yeah.
And it's still better produced than the Oscars. What happened?
There we go, baby.
We were at.
Hey, Steven, stop pretending to be a straight man. It's really starting to bother me. Out of all the things you lie about, it's up there as the top thing that bugs me is pretending to not be gay. You can't catch me, gay thoughts.
You know, it's funny because I remember when we first got in trouble with YouTube, and we had our I think our second 90-day ban for whatever it was. I remember trying to reach out to Crowder, sending emails to him and being like, hey, man, you know, what you talk about, look what they're doing. He didn't care about us. He doesn't care about anybody. He only talks when they censor him.
None of them do.
Because it's competition. But let's be honest. I mean, I understand we're not blowing up the world right now, but my point is everything is potential competition. Everything is views.
Yeah, it's
right?
all market share. It's all market share. Nobody wants to help anybody because it's market share. And I mean, people do want to help. We want to help people because we're basically growing quickly because we're still small and there's still so much market share to grab and people we're not exposed to yet. But we're going to plateau at some point. And if we plateau, we're going to be a little less helpful because, trying to hang on to our market share. And at that point, you're losing money. You're not gaining it. You plateau and you start to either maintain a certain number or it dips. And he's the kind of guy that gets greedy and whatever.
And, every time we talk about Crowder, lately, they'll be like, oh, his dog's dying. I know.
I don't care.
That's terrible. I hate when, I love dogs a lot. However, he's still doing his show, so he still can be criticized, right? What does one thing have to do with the other? What does his dog dying have to do with this Disney thing?
Yeah, my mom died years ago. I still got fired from a job for poor performance.
Right.
That's irrelevant. You can still criticize somebody, and I'm sorry, but don't make it worse by, hey, you know what? I think this guy's a real piece of shit, and you being like, hey, my dog just died, dude. What does that have to do with anything? You're still a piece of shit, Steven.
40,000 people watching on YouTube, our biggest stream ever, and mounting, by the way. That was with only one guest.
Yep.
And then ABC decided to hit us with a copyright strike.
Probably
now, here's something
jealous.
that's really important. Just so you know, you pieces of shit,
Ooh,
the story
man.
just
He's
changed.
a tough guy. He's an angry tough guy.
I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pull up another video up because righteous indignation.
Are you an angry tough guy?
Yeah, man.
Steven? You like being a tough guy? I would love this guy like Steven Crowder, who is admittedly in good shape and everything, and a tall guy. He could fucking stand up and start cursing and yelling, and I would feel no intimidation factor. You know what I mean?
I'll grab it. I got it.
Wait, which one?
Yep.
You look like idiots. This is the problem right now. They're talking about how things are shifting with Roma and how things are shifting with old media, right? Hold on a second, guys. Let's keep the volume down there because I really am pissed and I can't hear myself because we can't play the audio now. So all I hear is you guys.
Yes.
And that's not your fault. That's the
Saw him start yelling at his people. I'm telling you, this guy's got an anger issue. You saw him start yelling at them. Guys, I can't hear him. Ah!
He's not a pleasant man. No. Canadian psycho.
fault of ABC and YouTube. We can't play the stream for you. We can't commentate on the stream. What is the Oscars? What are the Oscars this year? It's pure propaganda. Go watch Vice. Go watch Black Klansman. Go watch all the that they're showing. And what are we doing? We are clearly transforming the Oscars. That's the rule of copyright law, okay? It's A, are you doing direct parody? If so, it's okay. Well, obviously we know about single-party consent states. Then it's, is this transformative enough for this to constitute new art? That's how we won our legal...
Like your friend Owen Benjamin hit us, the one you have on your show, hit us when we were doing Mike, excuse me.
And also, stop acting like you're a pioneer in this. Like, that was H3. So stop, Crowder. Stop it. That was H3. I'm not exactly a big Ethan Klein fan. But let's stop pretending this was your landmark precedent-setting lawsuit. It was Ethan Klein and them. That they were the ones that got sued. It turned into a whole shit show, and they are the ones that created the legal precedent of transformative content. Not you. Again, this is what these alt-right boomer fucking cucks do, is they just convince all these dumb mobility scooter riding, Social Security collecting, bikers for Trump, QAnon retards that they're under attack by fucking Disney, evil Disney that rapes kids. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, I gotta get a mug. Now I gotta save him. If I don't buy a mug today, the fibromyalgia is gonna kill this man.
Yeah, most times when people post pictures of their mug online for him for the mug club, the hands have liver spots because it's not young hands holding those mugs.
Case with Shia LaBeouf, You Will Not Divide Us live stream. By the way, make no mistake, we've never lost.
Okay,
calm down,
he's doing
Adderall
it. He's freaking out. I'm not used to being challenged, and when YouTube lets me get away with murder, you know, I toured their thing. I'm friends. I'm Susan at YouTube. I talk to her all the time.
Do we have anybody that does animation?
Fuck.
Could somebody do an animation for me
Blue Stall.
of Steven Crowder pulling out one of those orange pill bottles and squeezing it like Popeye, and a bunch of orange boys just flying out and popping into his mouth? Just a bunch of Adderall flying into his mouth. And he just immediately starts berating his coworkers and not paying them. That would be funny.
What do you mean not paying them, Mike?
I don't know. Just whatever.
Just saying things?
I'm talking out of my ass. What do I know?
You're right. You're right.
What do I know?
What do you know?
What do I know, Crowder?
We're going to have a half Asian pit bull so far up your asses, he's going to need to get a sigmoidoscope.
I'm sure and by the way, I don't
Asian lawyer against a team of Disney Jews.
Disney Jews. Do you understand?
You understand that they are like legitimately expensive lawyers that only work for Disney.
And again, I want to be clear here because the people that half listen to this, the Crowder fans later, they listen, I don't think he should have been copyright strike. I do not believe so. That is fucked up. What he was doing was commentary. He wasn't just stealing it. So I don't think they should have hit him with a copyright strike. However, he's still a douchebag the way he's going about this.
Also, it's a manual copyright strike. I mean,
was.
So do we know if somebody at Disney was walking around YouTube just hammering people, or
we don't know yet?
I'm just saying, maybe it just seems so convenient. Seems so convenient, Crowder.
Pieces of shit. You want to push propaganda out there and then try and hit us with the copyright strike, saying that we're somehow stealing or lifting your content? By the way, we have more content prepared for this Oscars live stream than you prepared all year, dumb. This is the problem.
Yeah.
At one point, you could silence people.
Listen to his mad
by the
voice.
way, a real maverick that's bleeping out all the curse words to make sure he stays fully monetized on the same YouTube that hit you with a copyright strike. You play ball with them all the time. You never see us bleeping out shit on our shows. So fucking what? That's my point. Like, again, I know it's a little thing, but please, people, pay attention to this. The way he's putting up these videos on YouTube with the bleeps in it goes to show you that you are playing their game. You're not some sort of fucking maverick that's going against them. God forbid you say asshole or fuckers or whatever. You won't. The half Asian lawyer. Why don't you call out all the Jewish lawyers that are fucking everybody?
Yeah, why don't you call
Crowder?
Why you call that Jewish lawyer you're friends with? The one that fucking superseded you in every way.
People like us. But now, people like us can watch your propagandizing. I don't even know if that's a word, and call motherfuckers out. Yeah, I'm cussing. I get it. It's live. People are upset. Instagram. You go to Facebook right now. This entire story just changed.
Yeah, I'm cussing, and I'm doing it now because I'm not on YouTube, so it doesn't matter. I get it, Crowder. I know.
I would pay cash money to be allowed to be put in a situation where Steven Crowder yelled at me like this. Like, I swear to God, all that bullshit aside, all the rumors I've heard about his really strict NDAs and his just being a dick, and it's just this weird secrecy around him and everybody being so scared of old Steven Crowder, I would punch him right in his bitch mouth. I really would. I'd be like, go ahead, take me to court, tough guy. Let's do that. I would literally open palm smack him in his mouth, and he wouldn't do a fucking thing about it. You saw what he did when that old man came at him? Old-ass man coming at him, and he was like, okay, all right, I'm sorry.
There's a couple super chats. Did you see how Crowder cracked Just like you guys predicted, I was so excited to see this because I knew you guys would cover it. ABC is just like Owen. Davey Crocco says, sell mugs, confront children, save the West. Justin Bentley, since we can get pictures of Tim Pool made, can we get a picture of Owen Benjamin as a freaking wizard, guys? OJ's White Bronco. Mug Club buys chemotherapy for a 10-year-old dog. Big Bell Show, you guys are funny, like Steven Crowder. ROTC reminds me of like a Louder with Crowder type show. This is a compliment, by the way. Crowder is really funny. And then Marcus Hernandez just gave $5 with no comment.
What kind of married man gives his 10-year-old dog chemo instead of putting it to sleep, but won't have a kid with his wife?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing, right? Like, you're not normal.
So the thing again, we could live in a world where I think Disney shouldn't have copyright struck him, and also live in a world that says Crowder doesn't give a fuck about anything but the Mug Club numbers. Crowder doesn't give a fuck about anything. Crowder, let me tell you this. Crowder has no loyalty to the people that help him build his channel. That I'll tell you for a 100% fact.
Yeah,
in my opinion, of course.
That's what. Well, if you were wrong, one of them would still be around. He's surrounded by all new people.
Good point. That's a good point. They're all new people.
Never trust a guy who's got a fresh new entourage every couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just weird to me.
You're right. You know what? Say what you want about Howard Stern. Robin's been there for 500 years. You know what I mean?
Say what you want about Tupac. He was death row for life.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, until they murdered him.
And they killed him.
Change because you done messed up. You thought you were going to hit the channel with a hard strike so we wouldn't be able to stream tonight? Guess what? We're streaming on Facebook. They might take us down. Then we're coming after your ass legally, and we're getting this up as a clip. We have different streams being recorded at TriCaster right now. We can remove your...
He's a tough guy. This is a tough guy. Listen to him. It's like if Scarface was gay in that last scene when Sosa calls him. I told you never to fuck me, Tony. Do you want to go to war? Huh? You want to fucking go to war, Sosa? I'll end you. No, you won't. Shut up.
By the way, Crowder,
Go have a fucking sandwich and a nap. Crowder.
You want to know the difference? The other thing is to Crowder, it wasn't like the head of Disney that was watching. It says, "Take Crowder down. He's blowing up plans." Petting a cat. No, there was probably whenever these Oscar things happen, and the NFL has them too. They have about 100 people that they pay to sit down and scour YouTube and pop them to keep their ratings up. That's what always happens. So it was probably somebody that was doing their job, types Oscar Live.
Probably thinks Robert Iger is sitting at home like,
yeah, click,
got him.
That's not what's happening, all right? And again, it's fucked up. And yes, we will talk about how fucked up the YouTube system is. Trust me, our first year broadcasting, we couldn't be on YouTube live broadcasting for 6 months because of their shitty system. So I'm 100% on that, 100% on that. But to act like they were coming after you because you were taking down Disney, that's a fucking lie. You got hit because that's what they do. And we would have done it, we would have got hit. And not because... People that you understand that if there were people that if people were streaming it that were going, yes, everything at the Oscars is awesome, they'd still take them down because they don't want people streaming their content. Now, of course, you have the right to do it. I think you did, but this is ridiculous. Like stop.
Stupid Oscar streaming. By the way, everyone watching, watch this stream on Facebook and just turn on the Oscars on your television so you can watch along with us. ABC Disney? Is it ABC Disney? Yeah, you didn't think we could solve this?
Yeah, but then why didn't you do that to be like? Do you understand? If Mike and I had this idea, the first thing that one of us would say to each other would be, "We'll do it, but we're gonna have to have the Oscars up where only we could hear it. Like I would have to, pot it down so it doesn't go over the air, but only you and I could hear it. And then we'll tell people like riff tracks, like okay, turn it on, and we're gonna watch live and comment. That's what I would do, Yeah. So,
or just like honestly. You think I didn't want to do an Oscars show last night? I'd have made a few bucks.
Of course.
I'd have been sitting in copyright strike town today. And I don't have a guy like Steven Crowder to call and go like, hey, let's get this sorted out.
Right.
I'd have just sat it out for 90 days. So I went out to dinner like a normal person. Sometimes you just got to sit it out. You set this up, Crowder. You wanted this.
Yep.
The main reason that we're getting more viewers than you, the main reason we're kicking the out of your late night hosts is because we're more flexible, we're smarter than you, and we actually create better.
You're not kicking the shit out of late night hosts. Only one of your shows, Crowder, is live and free for everybody. That's your Thursday show. Your other shows are only for Mug Club members. And I guarantee, look, I don't like the late night shows, but you don't have enough Mug Club members. You know what I mean? Like these are lies. These lies, like you said, to pander to these old people sitting in retirement homes or in a Margaritaville.
Yeah, they literally have become so accustomed to a guy talking out of both sides of his mouth that they just are okay with it now. Same thing with Owen.
Yeah.
Owen lies to them. Like this guy, the Enigma Report. If you guys get a chance, check out the Enigma Report. This guy does a really good show. And pretty ballsy because he's in the UK and he's got a very spicy message. But he was breaking down the Owen Benjamin thing about how Owen basically said, like, I don't want any drama. I'm not going to England, so I want to maintain our transparency and not do anything disingenuous or not be direct with you. So I'm just not going to tell you why I'm not going to England. The dude from the Enigma Report, I thought his fucking head was going to explode. He's like, so that's the way you're going to be and they just go, good, God bless you, Owen. Good job. Don't tell us anything. I love these boomers, man. Can we get some of these boomers? I'm going to walk that back. You know, I remember we used to bash the boomers. I want these blind retards that'll do anything we ask. Mm-hmm. I want that. It sounds good, man. We're on fixed incomes.
I got one.
We get a little taste every month.
Branded catheters, the Catheter Club.
If you have Medicare Type B and you got to stick a tube up your pee hole, get your pee hole tubes from our peeholetubedirect.com.
Papanano now.
Not covered by Medicare Type B.
Someone gave us $50 on Streamlab. Thank you, Hot Garbage. Hail ROTC, hail Porcelain. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, good. Thanks for all the Streamlabs, guys. I'm going to talk Royce into letting us pay ourselves this month.
Oh, we are?
Nice.
Oh, we are. We've already done the math. I just done the taxes. We're going to be good this month.
My nephew's fucking
wedding.
It's going to be fun. Do some New York drugs.
Good drugs. All right, back to the story.
Content. Yep. We create content on this show with one writer and now an assistant writer, Brodigan, and Penn. 3 writers effectively that require.
What happened to the people? What
they used to write
again?
What happened to the people?
You know when you know.
Oh, I know.
I know you know. So,
I know. We know.
You know how I know, and
I know, and you know, and you know,
and you know that I know. So here's the thing with this. Okay, I gotta know how to word this exactly. It's kind of weird, in my personal opinion of observation. It's kind of weird that a dude like, let's say, Not Gay Jared, that you put in literal danger with that Antifa stunt. You made him go undercover. You didn't tell the police before. You told them afterwards. You went over there and you put him in danger around weapons that were found. It's a whole thing. That's somebody that you should be ride or die with. That's somebody that they would have to pull an Artie and stab themselves in the stomach after drinking bleach to go, okay, I can't anymore. But then all of a sudden these people disappear from your periphery. It's really weird that would happen. Right, Crowder? It's really weird.
It's kind of like if you compare him to have somebody to compare him to. But let's look at Stern. Not Stern now, but old Stern.
Old 90s Stern.
Even Stern now. He treats people poorly. He underpays them and all that stuff. But Stern, as far as I know, has almost never fired anybody. They leave because they hate him or because he's a douche or he's a narcissist. You know what I mean?
He did fire Artie, but that's only after he tried to kill himself.
I mean, let's be fair. Artie had to go.
Yeah. And he gave him a lot of chances.
But everybody else just either left or contract negotiations didn't work out. But, like, he's a guy, like with Stuttering John's a good example. Stuttering John never really made the money he wanted at Stern, but he was never going to get fired from the Stern show because Stern remembers him as like, I used to send this dude out into the trenches. Like he was getting slapped in the face by celebrities for rude questions. Mm-hmm. Like you said, when you have a guy that you send out and put in the fucking trenches like that, there should be every effort should be made to retain that person and stay cool with them, and it's just weird to me.
I just find it weird too that every time you bring him up or bring Sven, the other Sven guy up, every time you bring them up, they go, "Oh no, they're gone because they're all gonna have kids." You buy the garbage. This guy's saying you buy the garbage. And by the way, talk about doing sneaky things.
You know how guys always have kids and quit their jobs. right? That happens all the time. You have a kid, and then you go, well, I don't need money anymore.
No, you need less money when you have a
go
child.
home and drink White Claws and cut firewood.
Right. You need less money when you have children.
No,
that's not how it works, and it really bothers me because he's trying to do this better, holier than thou and all this bullshit. And dude, the people around you that were there since the beginning, you completely treated them like shit. And a lot of them are gone. Now, I don't know personally, but I do think that Crowder is the type of guy that probably has a lot of NDAs out there if you work with him. Like, you can't disclose it when you leave. I believe that. I believe that 100% because he seems like that kind of guy. So, it's you have these people that you've completely, everybody around you has dropped off because maybe some people were telling you things. Maybe some people were going, hey, man, why don't we? And I'm Paul McCartney. No, you're not, Crowder. Stop. Sorry. We got to get through the video. I'm really sorry, but I was so were you too. So heated this weekend with this because my problem is that if this guy was a guy who looked out for his people, if this was a guy who took care of the people around him, then you would feel some more sympathy and go, man, this guy has defended his fucking people and it's fucked up what they did to him. Now, is it still fucked up what they did to him? Sure, it's still fucked up what they did to him. However, the sympathy is lacking for me because knowing what kind of person he really is.
27 for you to create.
Oh, and by the way, the people that are skipping through this that always do this, we're not a bunch of, because then it's like, you're a bunch of SJW liberals. We're to the right of Crowder. Let's be 100% clear. We're to the right of Crowder.
The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, which, by the way, hasn't been funny accidentally, just like Maya Rudolph on your...
No.
Oh, how dare you. Oh, how dare you.
Just like you. You haven't been funny accidentally. Your skits are terrible. They're cornball AF. That's the other problem. You're so corny. You're a cornball. Do you understand that Mike, I guarantee you that if we wouldn't get popped, Mike and I could have put together an Oscar show without dressing up like a bunch of homos, and it would have been fucking 1,000 times funnier than whatever this is. And the thing is, he has writers. Mike, this content that he puts out, it's not that this guy isn't riffing off the top of his head. This is written down.
They get up at 4 a.m, sit there with the punching away on their laptop.
This is written down. He writes these things down.
I've always been fucking Jay-Z style. I'm like, look, just tell me an hour beforehand. What are we talking about today? Even with like interviews, that's how me and Royce are. Like people will go, I'd like to have you on my show sometime. And it's always like a half hour before their show starts. What are you doing? What's the thing? All right. Oh, Oscars and then the wall. Okay, gotcha. You want sound check now? It's just,
right.
I got this. It's fine.
Precious stream. Here's the thing. You can take us down. I understand it. Yes, you're well within your right to be wrong, but you're not well within your right to break the law.
Right.
And now you're trying to silence people who are making you out to look like the fools that you are.
He's exposing the truth.
You're silencing people
He is.
that are out.
Can I? He's using satire as a way to hold a mirror up to Hollywood culture and expose them.
Let's listen to this phrase again.
He's shining the light of comedy.
Let's listen to this phrase again.
Right now, you're trying to silence people who are making you out to look like the fools that you are.
How many people do you silence, Crowder, that are trying to make you look like the fool that you are? You fucking liar. You piece of shit. You silence anybody that knows any intimate knowledge about you, in my opinion. I don't know.
In your opinion.
In my opinion, of course. In my opinion, I would think. And this is, look, think about this. This is an auxiliary. Look at this situation. Isn't it weird that people that have left the show have, look, when Artie left, when Artie was fired, I was just not earlier. He said things about Stern. You talked about stuff. It's weird that people that have been involved forever aren't saying anything about it. It's like if tomorrow me and you go our separate ways and neither one of us talks about the other one ever again, people will go, something's got to be
just strange. Yeah.
Something's got to be going on there, right? Like, it's really weird that nobody's...
Why don't they talk anymore? Why is one of them getting $8,000 a month? What's this news story about choking somebody?
Exactly. The Russ. The Russ. Worst that ever be says, Crowder's entertaining sometimes, but never funny.
Make no mistake. This has happened before. They've tried to silence us before. It happened with Facebook with the Gizmodo article. They were trying to throttle our page, from which you're probably watching right now. By the way, Instagram, please go to the Facebook page. That's the only place we can stream right now. It happened before with copyright strikes on YouTube, and they tried to make it so that we could not stream, and it's happening again. We've won every single time.
He's the little guy. He's the little guy, Mike.
Saving the world. Well,
He's the little guy.
The Blaze TV that I suspect Crowder is a partner in is the little guy.
And again, suspect. Good word. But you got to think. Well, whatever.
Crowder,
Sorry.
Crowder. Nobody hitches themselves to a sinking ship unless somebody promised them like 10% of the sinking ship, and you're thinking maybe you can get through the storm, but you fucked up. You fucked up because I know in my heart, I suspect that you had a piece of CRTV, and you didn't have the big say when it got rolled into the Blaze TV. You were probably the little partner. You were the little partner. You were the one that they let you sit in the board meeting when they made the decision, but it was a formality. They were being polite to you. They were probably like, this is already happening, so you're now a part owner of this, where you can go back to selling mugs on Facebook. And you made a decision, I think, to stay with the devil. So you could be an owner. So you could be a mogul, because I know you, Steven. And I know that the fact that you and Ben Shapiro started off in the same homeroom class, and Ben Shapiro is now the fucking superstar. He's the valedictorian. And you're still selling mugs with Glenn Beck. I think that fucking bothers. I think that the CRTV Blaze thing was Crowder's way of going, I'm finally going to be on the same level as that sniveling little Jew. I'm finally going to be the guy. Ben is going to have to look across the table at dinner and respect me, man. And the more Ben just goes, wakes up every day and trips out of bed into more luck and good fortune. You just seem to panically try to catch up, and then you fucking catch a shoe and you can't find your other shoe. You're fucking losing it.
Wow, you just blew my mind. It's almost like Ben Shapiro is
Joe Rogan now.
You blew my mind, dude. It's almost like Ben Shapiro is like a part of a group of people that seem to get ahead in life no matter what they do. Even sometimes they do terrible things. Yeah. They get more money.
Hey, Jamie, pull up Jewish supremacy. Pull that up real quick. Hey, Jamie, look up the Kalergi plan.
Why are all these pictures of Mike Enoch coming up?
So they're saying that, like, that they're telling white people to have less kids because it's better for the environment. Mm-hmm. But then they also are telling us that we need to import a third world brown people into our countries so that they can increase our birth rates. Jamie, pull that up. Pull up the Kalergi plan.
And then you have Joey Diaz sitting there just think by the time he kidnaps somebody.
Think about these fucking Jews. They're gonna fucking do what they're gonna fucking do. You won't have a fucking say in it. And the next thing you know, you end up fucking Brody Stevens, fucking, having a jerk, hanging yourself with a belt, and everybody thinks that you fucking killed yourself. So just let the Jews do what they're gonna do, Joe.
Pops another Star of David. Oh, Star of. I call it Star of David because we're talking about the Jews.
Hey, give me another one of those fucking Star of Davids. Let me get a couple of those.
Jewish pot gummies, the Star of Davids.
They got the fucking gummy, the weed gummies are shaped like Star of Davids because the Jews are using them to make us stupid. Just letting you know, that's what the fucking kid told me.
Sorry, Crowder. I apologize.
I heard some things about him too that weren't flattering.
Diaz. Oh yeah. The other thing is, by the way, I'm sick of Ben Shapiro too. I heard something. Well, I'll bring it up later, but I'm really sick of Ben Shapiro too. But whenever we talk about this, people go, "Whoa, Crowder has more subscribers than Ben Shapiro." Hey, stupid. Ben Shapiro goes on Fox News and CNN every night, and he writes for everybody. And Ben Shapiro now, on top of his podcast, he has a syndicated, on Westwood One, 2-hour radio show that's on AM stations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so trust me, he's doing better than Crowder.
It's eating away at Crowder, and I think that every goddamn bad fucking, like, impulsive move that Crowder's making. It's to try to, you know what Crowder reminds me of with the Ben Shapiro thing and with this Blaze thing? It reminds me of somebody who basically gets like they're either like got a gambling problem or they invested in a stock and then they lose money on a stock and then they have to like they keep making increasingly crazy and risky bets and moves to try to make up for the things they perceive it as like this guy's got 10 grand now and I've only got 300. I'm losing $9,700. No, you can't think that way. You got to worry about you. So you start trying to catch up to $10,000 guy and then you end up negative 10. And I think that's what's happening with old fucking that's what's happening with this guy.
Yeah, no, it's I mean I'm sick of everybody, all these boomers defending Crowder like he's doing anything. He's not doing anything. It's easy to make college kids look stupid. You know, it's easy to confront college kids and make them look dumb. That's really fucking easy to do. It's easy to bring up how they're deplatforming me. But you know what's hard to do, Crowder? Talk about who are the people that are doing it. See, that's where all these people fall short, you know? It's nobody ever wants to get dirty. Nobody ever wants to get dirty. He wants to talk about how YouTube is a piece of shit, but then he censors everything out of his video, so it's monetized.
Yeah, and the ones that do want to get dirty end up just wanting to be covered head to toe and shit and never want to do anything but that.
Yeah.
Like, it's either... Like, I would love to, instead of hearing, like, the super spurgs on the internet going Jew, 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 Jew all the time, I'd pay to hear Steven Crowder say it once and not become a total fucking loon like I
Right,
would.
of course.
Just say it once.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point.
Now, I know maybe I could be 100% wrong, but Crowder's dressed up as a lot of things when he does his little
But a
show.
heterosexual is never one of them.
Never one of them.
Oh, sorry.
But has he ever dressed up like an Orthodox Jew?
I doubt it.
I wonder.
I wonder if he has.
Maybe he has. Maybe I'm 100%
I don't
wrong.
think he's ever been that spicy.
No.
Because, again, he's a sociopath. Everything he does is this fucking really well calculated thing. It's all well planned out in advance. So I doubt it. I'm sure he'd be like, do we really need to do the Jew? Let's cut the Jew thing out. Because I'm just thinking long term, we don't need that in our
I was really quick on the Shapiro thing before we go to break. I was actually listening to Shapiro's show to be mad the other day 2 days ago in the car. And he said this, and I swear to God, because they were talking about it, Kamala Harris says that we should give reparations now to black people, whatever. I remember him saying, this is like a quote. Okay, folks, so first off, reparations are wrong, okay? They're not good. Reparations for slavery are terrible. We can't do that. They're dumb. Then in the same sentence, the only and this is not a lie. You can look up the episode. The only reparations I approve of are the Germans giving money to Holocaust survivors. He said that on his Thursday episode. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, Ben?
I'd say the only great idea that Pat Little ever had, as far as like a gimmick, was when he said, all right, I got an idea. I want to give all black Americans reparations. And he fucking had it all figured out, like cash, how much cash it would require. It's not as much as you'd think, by the way. And he basically said, we'll just pull it out of Israel's foreign aid. Which is pretty awesome.
That is.
Pretty awesome. And all the money we make back auditing the Fed. There you go. There you go, black folks. Reparations. He would have had all the blood. Now he's running as a Democrat next up. Oh, man, this election's going to be lit, y'all.
OJ's White Bronco with the super chat. I'll support Mug Club when the Mug Club supports the 14 words.
Can you imagine that's what it says?
It's very funny.
Get yourself a hot or cold tumbler, and it says, we must secure an existence and a future for white kids. That's all it says. Order it now. $100 for the year.
All right, we have to go to break. Before we go to break, of course, you can help us out by going to revengeofthesith.com/XPN. That gives you pro XPN. You get protection. We get a piece. Everybody's happy. And, of course, the best way to help us is patreon.com/we're not sorry. Become a patron.
We could tell them to go to the whole. We still have the whole thing, right? Where they could just do. Okay.
And then if you don't want to go directly to Patreon, you don't like it, go to revengeofthesith.com/donate. If you go to revengeofthesith.com/donate, you're going to get a list of a whole bunch of ways to help out the show. PayPal, we even have a Venmo. And that same site, if you have your ad blocker paused for that site, there's an Amazon banner. If you click the Amazon banner, you go to Amazon. If you buy anything, we get a little bit of commission. You get your stuff, and it's a good way to help the show if you don't have a lot of dough, which we understand. But you guys help us do the show every day. We will be back in exactly 5 minutes. Stay where you are.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am
am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
You. That's right. You. Wouldn't you like to know the story of you? What makes you, you? DNA and Me is a genetic service that can help you find out exactly who your ancestors were. You might be surprised.
I thought I was just a standard white guy, but DNA and Me showed that I'm actually 4.2% Cherokee Indian.
Turns out I'm not totally white. I'm also part Northern Asian and even some Kurdish. I'm a victim of oppression.
I used to get in trouble for always using the N-word, but with DNA and Me, I found out that I'm 2.1% black.
Morning, Steve.
Sup, nigga? The test is easy. Simply swab the inside of your mouth and send it into our labs.
People made fun of me for being French. DNA and Me showed I was 8% Navajo. Nobody's making fun of me now, or my people, who were victims.
I'm 13% victim.
I'm 21% victim.
Order now and find out if your friends should be more sympathetic towards you. DNA and Me. Are you in? Hell f***ing yes, I'm in.
Second hour. Revenge of the Sis Monday show. Coming in hot already, folks. Sorry, I know we came in pretty hot first hour, and it's only going to get spicier.
I gotta laugh. The somebody made a fake Unite the Right 3 flyer.
Oh, is that the one you shared?
Today? Yeah. August 12th, Charlottesville, 2019. Featuring speakers Laurel Loomer, Jason Kessler, Nick Fuentes, Alex McNabb, and Jacob Wall.
So you're saying it's not.
It's not. Dude, they're. I suspect people are fucking with Jason Kessler, which is always funny in my opinion.
All right.
Did you see the clip of him? Did you see the clip of Jason Kessler's dad bursting in the room on him and yelling at him while he was on a stream?
No, I didn't. For real?
He was on a stream.
Was that when he was in the doily with the doily house?
I think he was on with Pat Little or some other guy, and they were like, we're going to save the right white race. And he was drunk, and then, like, the door burst open, and he just started yelling at him about living in his house. It was really funny.
So this is the poster that you're talking about?
That's very funny. Yeah, I don't think that's the. I don't think that's gonna happen. I do think there'll be a UTR3 because these people are retarded. They're just stupid people who never learn their lessons. So there will probably be a Unite the Right 3.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because they're just dumb people.
So, Mike, you got some information yesterday.
Oh, I'm pulling it up.
You got some information yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jared Holt.
So let me do this from
sure.
my I will do this like chronologically.
Go for it.
So last night I got a text message around 11:30 at night from a former notable associate of the show, somebody who was always in the chat, somebody who used to be a moderator around here. I don't think I really need to. I mean, we haven't kicked a lot of people out of our community, so it's not hard to guess. But this person, very prominent in those circles, wrote, and I quote, "You were always right about Cantwell, and I always agreed. I just couldn't say anything publicly, but now he just tried to sell us out to Jared Holt, and it backfired." Obviously, I was giddy. I was full of glee. I was very happy.
So yeah, Mike came downstairs and he had fucking shit-eating grin. I go, what's going on?
I had to verify some stuff.
Yeah.
It took a little while. I wrote back to this person just so I can be full disclosure. I wrote, "Yeah, none of the people can ever agree with what I say publicly. I guess it just sort of comes with the territory of being a Jew, huh?" And they wrote, "You know what the funniest and most ironic part of all this is that I was never a white nationalist, and I turned out to be a better white nationalist than every single one of you." So, ladies and gentlemen, apparently Christopher Cantwell, we were talking about market share earlier. Well, Christopher Cantwell is not happy with certain YouTubers cutting in on his market share. Because, again...
Now, who are these YouTubers?
You fucking retards, you purity spiraling assholes, you people that tell me that Mike Enoch isn't Jewish and all this TRS retardation. Do you see it now? Mm-hmm. The same shit I've been telling you for a year and a half. It's all market share. You're being marketed to. These guys make money off of you, and they convince you to go to rallies, get yourself arrested, and then when you rot in jail, they don't even so much as visit. I tried to tell you retards this. Well, Cantwell, I think, was going after the heel turn guys. Possibly also the Vanguard streaming guys, which is basically diet heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote that email that I sent you. Not the email, but the tweet that Jared Holt tweeted out, basically saying the title of the email was like "fucking with some Nazis." Chris Cantwell wrote this email to Jared Holt of Right Wing Watch. Hey, you want to fuck with some Nazis? And then he basically said, there are some people on YouTube causing me a lot of trouble. You want to go after them? They're making a lot of money in super chats and all this other stuff. And basically Jared Holt more or less was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, we know they exist. Do you have anything on them? Anything good? Or you just being a faggot? So I guess, Chris Cantwell blatantly, and he's confirmed he sent the emails. He already confirmed this. So this is a real thing. So Chris Cantwell, the snitch, the guy we wrote a year ago, actually 11 months ago to the day, we had an article on RevengeOfTheSys.com. Cantwell working with the feds. You guys are divisive. You guys are just hurting the movement. 3 days later, New York Daily News. Chris Cantwell makes a deal with the feds. Then Chris Cantwell's people tell me, well, Cantwell handed over his body camera footage from that event to the feds.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, he wasn't hanging. He's like, oh, I'm going to get an Antifa. Well, you weren't hanging out with Antifa all weekend. You were wearing body cameras, hanging out with white nationalists. What happens? A few months later, maybe it's unrelated, maybe it's not. Suddenly, the DA has enough evidence and the U.S. attorney to arrest guys from the Rise Above movement. Weird. They didn't have enough evidence before Cantwell flipped and started working with the feds. Cantwell flips and works with the feds. Suddenly, the Rise Above kids are in jail now. And now he blatantly admits that he is that he's working with anyone he can. HuffPo. He's basically gone full retard. Basically, if you're my enemy, and I'll do anything I can to take you down. So he's selling people out to the left.
Yeah. So he sent the email to Jared Holt. Jared Glory Holt posted the email on his Twitter. Just I put it up so you guys could see it. And then Jared Holt also wrote back, his reply. So he has been working with. When you think of the white nationalist movement, you would think that one of their arch enemies would be Right Wing Watch. Correct? That would be one of their bigger people that goes against them. So why would you try to use Jared Holt not only to deplatform your critics, but then all you're doing is giving people like Jared Holt more power? You stupid fucking moron.
Yeah, why didn't you go to somebody else, at least? Somebody worth a shit.
Defend Cantwell. Seriously, I want you guys, because every time we talk about defend him now, defend this now. Has Cantwell said anything about this? Has he commented anything about this?
I was just pulling that up, and I was trying to reply to him, but I'm going to tweet this out. Well, let me send it to you first. I just got a notification from Gab.
Okay.
Because I just tried to comment on Chris Cantwell's thing, but I guess he blocked me after the Ricky Vaughn dox.
The recent unpleasantness?
Well, like a year ago, or a couple months ago, he doxed Ricky Vaughn.
I remember that. We talked about it on the show. Yeah.
And him and Paul Nehlen, basically gave all of his information to the Huffington Post. So I photoshopped, I had Christopher Cantwell's nudes, because this movement has no loyalty. And I photoshopped Paul Nehlen's head over Christopher Cantwell jerking off. And then I put the Huffington Post logo on the thing, and I tweeted that to him on Gab. And
that's not nice.
I was like, hey, congratulations on your new job at HuffPo. I just was notified, according to Gab, Cantwell has chosen not to associate with you, so you can no longer comment on his posts. Because I was just about to, he wrote, He posted the Jared Holt tweet on Gab and then wrote, before anyone asks, yes, I actually did send this email. If these guys want to destroy my business, I will destroy them. So I
He's
wrote,
doubling down?
Yeah.
What?
This was 18 hours ago, I love that these people will still follow. This is more proof that e-celebs are just bullshit. You'll follow whoever.
Oh.
Like, at this point, I'm like, I have very low standards of behavior to live up to. Because if Cantwell, Owen, Crowder, and all these other people are any indicator, we just do whatever we want, right? And these people will just go, no, they're fucking patriots. So I wrote, and I can't get it to send, I wrote, snitch, bitch. Been calling that shit for a year. Thanks for validating me, you fucking snitch. But I can't respond. He doesn't have a lot of responses on this post because...
He's probably blocking a lot of people?
I don't think, I think a lot of people can't comment because he just blocks anybody of note. So you're already in an echo chamber, Chris. You fucking meth head from Stony Brook.
Do you understand? This would be the equivalent if we use the SPLC to take down Owen Benjamin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this would be that equivalent. Like, it's so scummy. It's so shitty. This is, by the way, to be fair, we were calling out the lunacy of this years ago when everybody was saying we were assholes, we were How many times were we called crypto Jews?
Oh, and by the way, to the other people, the people that texted me, the person that texted me that I know a lot of you already know who I'm talking about, that whole crew, a certain pagan LARPer lawyer and a certain crew of edgy goys on YouTube, you can go fuck yourselves too. Don't come crawling back around to us now and going, man, he really fucked us over. Well, too fucking bad, ain't it? You're not welcome back over here. So because now what's going to happen is now Jared Holt has your fucking number. So now somebody's still going to write an article about this entire embarrassing affair. And then the follow-up question's going to be, who were those other channels they were talking about? And why haven't they been taken down off of YouTube?
Yep.
So, fuck Cantwell. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. You all did this to yourselves. And for a year, I have publicly and privately tried to counsel all of you on these matters. Talking to you, Samaria.
Remember
I'm talking to you, Augustus. Talking to other ones who I won't name because they're not as prominent. I have tried to tell you these things. Sure, I may not be the greatest Aryan eco-fascist Hitler wet dream.
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
But I've actually left the trailer park, unlike a lot of you. I know how people work. I know how people's minds operate. I can... God damn it, if there's one thing I'm good at is I could just watch a person and go, this guy's going to fucking go home and kill his wife like in 2 days. Like I'm usually good at going, this guy's got something going on. I tried to warn you about Cantwell. Tried to warn you about getting into bed with the Vanguard streaming and the Goy Talk and all these guys. No offense to those guys. But I told them the other day, your American Legal Defense Fund is now becoming the American LARPer fucking Nazi Defense Fund. Because the only people promoting it are fucking the gas station and Goy Talk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you're not going to get on Rush Limbaugh defending right-wingers. You can't even get on Gavin McInnes if you're going to associate with those people. You're all dragging each other down. And I fucking thank you. Thank you. If you're watching this, Invictus, from the bottom of my heart, disavowing us was the greatest gift you've ever given me. You literally threw a fucking 20-pound weight around your neck and then cut the string connecting any of you people to us. God bless. Have fun at the bottom of the ocean, kids.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, remember that we got disavowed for, of all things, going after Jovi Val.
Yeah, and now you're all fucking on fire. Your entire village is
Holy
on fire.
shit, defending Jovi Val led to a lot, led to them defending Jovi Val, us going after Jovi Val, helped us not be involved in any of this fucking nonsense.
No, and honestly, I said that.
It's brilliant.
That we would have been running commercials for the American Legal Defense Fund while the only other people talking about it are fucking also talking about gassing Jews. So there really would have been no saving us from that affiliation. And that's not how that legal fund was presented to us originally. So dude, that whole crew, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Thank you for cutting us loose because we weren't spurgy enough for you. Thank you. Good luck in Valhalla, all of you, because it looks like you're headed there sooner than later. Congratulations. Congratulations. Somehow, like a cockroach, there'll still be 4 alt-right people left next week. No, man, what happened was the Jews are dividing. That's what it is. Right.
And then Nick Abbott pops out of a little cubby hole.
Rubbing his hands,
Yeah.
going, it was me all along, Austin. Could you imagine if it's all Nick Abbott?
Dude, yeah.
Kaiser Soze it? He's just, oh, anyway, thanks, guys. And he just leaves, and then he's like, all right, take me home. Gets in a fucking limo.
Our
like a cigarette with one of those old, like a fucking cigarette holder, like fucking John Barrymore.
Our CEO, Blake Luca, has not been able to be commented at this time. JMH.
Shut up.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Don't tell anybody.
Sorry, I apologize.
That's a well-kept secret.
Well kept. JMH Super Chat. Mush and Rice are my favorite sodomites. Billy Knights, $5 Super Chat. I just discovered you guys about a week ago. You guys are the E-Celeb Police. This is a great concept for a channel. I think you guys will get huge. Filipino Shay, hey, leave Vanguard out of this. With the, by the way, with the 444 donation, 444. Shout out to Nick DiPaolo. And Auto Shed TV says Mersh was right again. You can always trust the intuition of a drunk potato.
Every single time.
Every single time. All right. Shall we move on?
Oh, God, so many people defended that retard. So many people defended those retards to me, and I was like, all right, you guys are such you guys are fucking nerds, all of you. You're now internet fucking nerds. You're in the internet fucking trailer park now, and you're not allowed out. You understand me? You're all on timeout. You're all in internet jail. I don't want anybody to... And I'll say it in this chat room. If anybody even mentions any of those fucking spurgy channels or anybody in those circles, goodbye. Kick you right the fuck out. Don't give them any coverage around here. We're fucking 800 plus live viewers every hour now too. Let them have their little corner of the internet where they go, I'll give you $5 if you say 14 words.
That's right. On this show, it takes $20 for us to say.
You're going to be okay. Say the 14 words.
Say the 14 words.
How many times you going to say them? What is it? Get a job. Learn a fucking trade, you assholes. Stop watching YouTube all day.
Can somebody please Photoshop Chris Cantwell's face in that scene of Reservoir Dogs?
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay. Say the 14 words.
Him in the back holding. I'm scared.
All right. Sorry, we move on now.
I can't believe heel turn shot me.
Sorry. Passenger on New Jersey Transit refuses to move her bag to let people sit. So let's let's watch this fun video. I love New Jersey.
They're ejecting her off. They're ejecting her off.
It looks like a Louis Vuitton bag.
I appreciate that.
It's already a late train. Like, come on, you're delaying everybody.
Excuse me?
The train's already late and you're already delaying everybody.
There's plenty of...
No,
you dumb...
There's not a bunch of seats, by the way. People are literally standing up right now.
There's no seats. Yeah, there's not a lot of seats. People are standing. People are standing.
If you say you're not disabled, you're not pregnant, I don't give a
Well, neither are
I don't
you.
want your bed bugs. I don't want your smell. You're disgusting. I don't want you sitting next to me.
I have to do with that. You have
Whoa, dude.
People are fucking unbelievably hard. There was a bitch like this from Florida that just got kicked off a plane too.
Yeah, I have that. I also have that one.
Women. Oh man, you women, man. The more you get, the more you're given, the more fucking disgusting you become. You need to really be put back in a cage. I'm serious. All women need to be chained to a fucking radiator like Christina Ricci.
Black Snake Moan.
And Black Snake Moan. Burkas for all of them. How about that, baby? You want a Louis Vuitton burqa? Fucking wrap you in that, and she'll shut your face.
Shut the up. You. Can't hear you.
What a cunt.
Wouldn't you just want to get her bag and just throw it outside of the train?
I might have. Back in my New York days, I probably would have. I would have been perfectly okay. And this is like 10 years ago, where I could have thrown a Spanish woman's shit out and off onto the platform,
And they would have clapped for you.
And there wouldn't have been no like white male, like they would have just been like, my nigga. There would have been black and Hispanic guys coming over going. Like, yeah, no problem, man. I had a guy that I used to work for did that to a stripper once at the Gold Club in Tampa, right on Highway 60. She wasn't gonna leave, and he fired her and everything. Just get your shit and get the fuck out, whatever. She wouldn't leave. So finally grabbed her bag and it was still open. Like it was because she wouldn't pack it or anything. She was like, I'm not fucking going. Grabbed her whole bag while it was still like zipped open. Went out downstairs, out the front door, walked all the way to Highway 60 and just hurled it into Highway 60, and it just got run over by her clothes and boots and her makeup, just run over by fucking 18-wheel trucks. It was hilarious. That's what you need to do to women like that sometimes. Like, I'm sorry, but no, I'm serious. Am I wrong? Am I like out of line here?
You're not wrong. It's just they have pushed to this point, you know, where I used to be.
Sometimes you got to literally throw her Louis Vuitton bag out the car window on I-95. And when she's like, you what? And you're like, yeah, fucking next time it's a smack. Bam. That kind of shit starts to die down a little bit.
Next time it's a smack, directed by Dick Wolf.
Dun dun. Like, I've had some real cunty girlfriends do some real cunty shit. I've never had a woman act this way to me. And if she did it once.
So again, she's sitting on a New Jersey Transit train, and she has her Louis Vuitton purse taking up a seat. And that's why people
also
are
sitting in a handicap seat.
Correct.
What? Nothing. Don't put your hands on my stuff.
Oh, wow. So now people have gotten off and new people are trying to sit. And apparently this person is still recording her. Holy shit.
I would have fucking stomped on her bag.
Like Opie on a homeless cake?
No, legitimately.
I know.
What? No, I don't want anyone sitting next to me. There's more seats available.
Literally, bro, like, just go sit down there, okay? Like, don't sit next to me, okay? Like, I just want to sit here. I want to sit here.
Why is it that there's, like, you know, these women, these poor waitresses from the Midwest that coming home from the Waffle House, and some fucking crazy trucker snags them up and, like, rapes them and, like, makes a skin suit out of them? Why does it never happen to one of these kind of women?
She's fucking unbelievable.
No, there isn't. Standing room only. No, there's not.
Ma'am, put it up there, or I'm going to get you off the train right now.
Because that's what we need to use police resources on right now. We need
No,
to
I'm
be
okay with it. Throw her in fucking
No,
jail.
no, I'm not.
I get it because she's a cunt.
That's
It's her fault,
my
yeah.
point is that because she's a cunt now, police have to be involved. No, I understand the calling the police thing. Trust me, I'm with you. My point is, but because of this arrogant cunt now, we have to get a cop to come here, ma'am. You need to move your bag.
Ma'am, I'm going to get you off the train.
At what point are you allowed to uppercut? Like, you know, like there should be a limit where you go, all right, look, you're allowed to uppercut somebody. She's got me in uppercut range.
Nah, I think it's smack. I think if you smack a girl right, you don't need to uppercut.
Uppercut?
Her. Yeah, I think smacks should come back and be legal because it's not excessive. Like, I can't smack somebody and ruin like a modeling gig for them in a week or anything like
Right.
that. You know what I mean? It's just a fucking smack. And once in a while, you need a good smack. And I don't just mean for women. I mean, this should apply to people.
Just everybody. I know what you mean. I understood what you meant. Everybody should get smacked.
Sometimes you're working and you just, I don't like your attitude and you need a smack. There's plenty of unpleasant experiences you have that don't escalate to slap level.
Right.
But I think we need to establish a set of rules where it's like you just look around and go, I can smack this hoe now, right?
Oh, LM's got a good point. I didn't know that she's actually handicapped. She has Cardi B syndrome.
Oh, no. No, this is like, the only time I ever smacked a girl was at a club I worked at, and it happened like she was worse than this. And she was literally...
How can she be worse than this?
Trying to kick the side mirror off of a customer's car.
Okay, you know what? I apologize. That is worse than this.
And going crazy and trying to beat up one of the other strippers. And then the security tried to take care of it. She started beating up the security. They didn't want to, like, hit her or anything. And they were... Like, it was, like, one new guy and then another guy that, like... was like, I don't want to fucking hit the girl. This guy, fucking Big John, who was actually the little John of the group.
Which makes sense.
It's an ironic nickname. Yeah. But John was a killer. And John was like, I have like 2 settings, like just chill or I have to murder this person. And we couldn't get this girl under control. I still remember this day. It was snowing out. It was like good 4 inches of snow on the ground. So I came over and she started hitting me. She actually like kneed me in the groin. And that's when I just cocked back and I fucking gave her one of the juiciest smacks I've ever given some. Like, it was the Rick James smack from Chappelle's show. And I still remember to this day because there was so much snow on the ground, you barely heard it. Like, it was one of those things. It was like whap, and there was no echo because it was powdered snow everywhere. And I still remember to this day, she just did that thing where she's like she was like gonna cry but didn't. Like she steeled her resolve and didn't cry. Calmed right the fuck down. Everything was under control after that.
Now, what kind of car was she trying to kick the window off? Do you remember?
It wasn't like
it wasn't like a Lamborghini.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything fancy like that, but it was a newer model car, and it was
It's
the
still
guy's
fucked
car.
up.
It was
No,
a
I'm
customer's
just
car.
curious, yeah.
That she was assaulting people, and nobody could really get her to stop, and I got her to stop. I was the only one that got her to stop, and she was fine. She literally went home. She came back the next day and worked, and we were fine. So it goes to show
You're
you,
a hero.
Sometimes she was even cool with me after that. Sometimes one little smack, male or female, it will correct certain behaviors like this. Because that woman will go, I don't want to get smacked in the face on a train again.
It's like when, you know, the old tube TVs, remember old tube TVs? Sometimes you have to kind of hit them to get the projector thing to get going. You got a little hit, and then it's good for a week again.
Oh.
Somebody's
saying in the chat they think I've been arrested before. I had a DUI and a weed charge. That's the only, and I got arrested in upstate New York when I was like so young. There's not even a record of it.
Right.
Then like as a teenager, one time there's no record of it because it's all expunged. But no, I never did anything like violent or crazy. I was always just in some kind of little adventures.
Doing hood rat shit?
Yeah, just doing hood rat shit.
Patient Zero says uppercuts do get the point across, unlike other ways. And Sam Whitfield says, I'm triggered by her sitting in the handicap zone. My crippled privilege outweighs her woman privilege. That's right. Hey, what if Sam got on there? You gonna let Sam sit down?
Nice try, crippled man.
Yeah. Oh, he flipped it on you.
Mic drop.
He flipped it on you. You're still a man, though. Sam, sorry.
Still looking awfully white in that chair, Sam.
Get me a vagina and we'll talk. Sorry, let's finish this video.
I'll go dig up a fucking black woman of color right now. In a
right
wheelchair.
now.
Want to play this fucking game with me?
29 on 3955. First car.
Oh, yeah, they really are calling it.
Unruly passenger.
Why can't you just not be that way?
It's genetics, bro. That's my guess. Is this the one you were talking about, this Florida woman?
Hang on, Free Bear says, Mersh talks shit about Enoch getting people in trouble, but we would all be in cuffs if we did what he suggested. Free Bear, you are an autistic spurg. You understand that, right? You listen to Mike Enoch and you listen to a comedy podcast and take my words literally. You're a spurg. You shouldn't be here. You're a stupid person. You've probably never smelled a vagina. And depending on the one, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not. But you are like Steve Carell in The 40-Year-Old Virgin describing a tit like it's a bag of sand. You've had little to no human interaction in your entire life. I can tell based on the limited times we've interacted with you in this chat room. Nobody wants to be around you. You are an isolated, weird incel creep, and you should off yourself. If you're going to take any...
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. Stop taking everything literally. This is why your life is terrible. And he also thinks Enoch's not Jewish. He thinks Mike Enoch, when he goes, I'm Jewish, on video and on camera, He meant that. He mean it literally. But when I say every woman needs a smack once in a while, that's somehow me instructing our audience specifically to go smack women in the face.
You know the name Enoch was literally in the Old Testament? No, I'm not. And no, I'm not lying. You were a church kid too. Yeah. The name Enoch was literally in the Old Testament.
Yeah, but his real name is Mike Painovich, and that's not very. What? Oh, and his middle name's Isaac. But that's what?
It's worse, Mike.
So what if his middle name's Isaac? A lot of non-Jewish people have Isaac as a middle name.
Yeah, look, my neighbor Ira Isaacman. Yeah, he was a...
I've seen plenty of my non-Jewish friends having lunch in a picture with their brother with Shabbat candles in the picture without that Jewish ex-wife anywhere to be seen in the photograph. A lot of non-Jewish people. But I'm literally telling people to smack people in the face. I think I'm just going to probably mute Freebear next time he talks because he's just... Some people are beyond hope.
It's always the ones with the bears in their names, huh? Yeah. Okay. So you brought this one up. This is the Florida woman? A woman
same level of trashy awfulness.
A woman was kicked off of a South Florida airport after she threw a fit over being sat next to a child. The woman identified... Oh, no, I already know what she sounds. I haven't seen this video, but I already know what she sounds like because I South Florida and I look at the name. 32-year-old Valerie Gonzalez. It was a JetBlue flight, by the way. Have fun on your flight. According to Broward Sheriff's Office.
That was the first thing I noticed about this, and I'm like, who lets somebody like that on a JetBlue flight? Usually JetBlue costs just a little extra, and you filter those kind of... This kind of shit's supposed to happen on Spirit.
Now, I haven't seen this video, but I'm going to guess, because her name's Valerie Gonzalez, that she's a literally bro kind of person, right? Like, I don't want a baby sitting next to me, dude. It's super stupid. Let's see.
I'm even bachelors. Oh, you wanna tape me, make this viral?
This is our culture now.
I didn't do anything. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Yo, someone make this viral. You want to make this viral? Make it viral. What did I do?
Yo, dude, like he literally,
let's
bro,
make
like
this viral. I'm drawing on a plane. This is the modern woman, by the way. This is our options. You know when people keep saying to me, "Why don't you start a family? Why don't you get married?" Because this is like what's around here in America. I'm not pumping my cum into that. That's why.
She does have nice tits, though.
Yeah, I didn't say I wouldn't pump my cum onto
her, but not in her.
It's not in her.
So I'm gonna bag it up. So
I'm not getting off this flight.
I'm not getting off this flight. Okay.
Listen, by the way, that challenge.
Tape me, make this viral.
That challenge has been laid down in history by a lot of airplane passengers.
Yeah.
And just like American Ninja Warrior, very few have yet to actually win that challenge.
Yeah, they don't win.
You almost always end up off the plane.
Yeah. She spit? She spit?
She spit through the side at somebody. Yeah, like through the, that little gap between the
I missed that. Holy shit.
I didn't do anything. This viral.
What?
I didn't do anything. What did
I didn't do anything. What did I?
She's worse than the other lady. This is worse.
Oh, it's absolutely worse. Well, she's
this
Florida.
Is worse.
This is Florida.
Oh, people from here are terrible.
Yeah, this is Florida. This was either Orlando or Tampa to somewhere. This is Florida. This is one of ours.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Somebody wrote, "Make your tits fart." I don't even know how you do that. Make your tits fart. That's the kind of thing you say to like the classiest girl ever.
Hey, honey, make your tits fart. Hey, sweetie pie.
This is really, you say to somebody like, it's on America's Got Talent, and they have like an angelic voice. I'm going to sing an old class. Yeah, make your tits
fart.
Hey, honey, make your tits fart. So fucking
I'm going to use that now. All right, sorry.
What did I do?
By the way, I ought to fuck this hoe up because at this point, by the way, now
bodily fluids have been exchanged.
Yeah, and now that flight's not taking off, by the way. Now everybody's getting off. This is now turned into a whole thing. So yeah, I would have fucked her up. And I would have been justified too. Like I probably would have been charged with something, and it would have been one of those things where her charges end up going through the whole process and I just get mine dropped. It would be worth again, sometimes you had to take a chance in life and give somebody a smack.
It would be one of those while you're filming it, right as you smack her, the video cuts. My phone got filled with memory. I couldn't keep recording. Sorry. It got filled up.
With my luck, it's somebody that starts recording the moment I just smack her. I go, I don't know what happened.
Why did he beat him up?
She was on a plane. She was a little upset. This guy turned around, just fucking cocked back and gave her a face.
He gave her slapped in the face, and then he said, "Now make your tits fart."
Make your tits fart, sweetie. He's now being charged with rape.
What did I do? Yo, someone make this viral. Don't make this viral, make it viral. What did I do?
By the way, she's another one. I hate her right now also because it's too big to be your personal.
No, that's
item.
ridiculous.
So you're being right there. You're being.
But that's a potato sack.
Again, they're very forgiving with JetBlue.
They are.
They're like, it's fine, whatever. You're like, can I just bring this baby with me? They're like, sure.
In a bag?
It's fine. Can the baby fit under the seat in front of you? Then
fine.
yeah, it's fine.
Bitch, you're on JetBlue. Put your headphones in and watch free direct TV in the sky. Like, there's no excuse, right?
I called someone old because they were? I don't get my bag.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck. She's hammered.
She's fucked up. And don't get me wrong, I'm always pretty fucked up on a plane, but you got to find that nice level of toasty because you got to remember you're going to land somewhere and you have to get your bag and you have to be.
And you got to get through the gate, too, because there's rules depending on the airline. If you're just too drunk, they won't let you on the plane. It's for safety reasons. We can't let this person on the plane.
I got on a plane in New York one time. And like checking me, I'm all fucking hammered, and like rocks of cocaine were falling out of my nose because I did whatever was left before we got out of the terminal, and I was just like, so like they're checking me, and like little like rocks of coke were like falling on my shirt and leaving like.
Whoops.
Like, is that possession?
It's dandruff. I have bad dandruff.
They're pretty forgiving if you fly a decent airline. Get on that expedited line.
Matt Mess, super chat. Wifey better drop them farty ones tonight.
I'll take my.
But yeah, you gotta find that. I always mix Xanax and booze when I fly, and that's again that is a dicey combo, especially when you're landing in New York. But the thing is, you take if you have a bar of Xanax, you take one of the 4 little things that they have on that bar. You take like the 0.25, and then you have a couple of drinky drinks on the plane. And usually, by the time you get off the plane, you're like, oh, that was a nice nap. But if you overdo it, you end up this way. I'll fine, I go viral. What did I do? What did I do?
I'm a Xanax guy, too, when I fly, because I have really bad anxiety. So when I fly, I do Xanax, and I usually do a good amount. But I usually time how much I'm taking depending how long the flight is. Like, if it's a 6-hour flight, I'm taking the whole. But fuck, I'm taking the whole thing. I'm going to sleep. I'll time travel. But if it's a 2-hour flight, you really gotta be very careful.
Quarter of a bar, just enough to. And again, you have a shot of Jameson and a beer on the plane, and then you just go to some stupid movie, and then the next thing you know, you're fine. But if you do a half or more of a bar, you just get to New York. You're like, I don't know what did I do. What did I do? Don't kick me up.
You start napping on the luggage thing while it's going around.
That would be a great video for Facebook. It's just me
just going around the circle,
going on the carousel.
But in New York, you'd immediately be arrested for terrorism.
Yeah,
they don't fuck around.
As soon as you go through that little box,
you're
back,
done.
They're like, all right, you're under arrest.
I didn't do anything. I sat down in my seat. And I asked to go somewhere else because they were being but I get kicked off. Okay. All right. Tape this. Who's taping this? Who's taping this?
This lady just... this whole culture is just viral, world star.
So let me tell you this, because I lived in South Florida for a long time. I could always pick out close. Because first off, she's Cuban. Secondly, she's Cuban. For 100% Cuban.
But very American Cuban.
Yeah, American. It's the second generation. Yeah. This is not first generation from Cuba. This is her parents are Cuban. If I had to guess now, because I'm pretty good at narrowing this down to South Florida spick stuff, I'm the best at it. Opalaka, Hialeah Gardens.
Oof,
I'm telling you, there's a specific accent, and I'm telling you, the people that live down there are gonna go, you're fucking right. This is an Opalaka High, if I had to guess.
All y'all. Ma'am? You, to get getting off the plane. Don't touch I'll get off the plane.
Oh my God, what a mess. Her glasses are all crooked now.
It's the mess. This is,
I ain't getting off the plane.
This woman is so Florida as fuck. She really is.
Shout out to Miami Lakes, Main Street.
Get my off the under things.
I need someone to call Broward Sheriff's Department to F3.
Oh, by the way, sweetheart, they don't take your stuff out of the bottom for you. That's not how it works. You'll get that later.
Someone please call Broward Sheriff's to F3.
This one got locked up too.
Yep. Oh yeah, BSO will be there right now. If they've already closed the door, and they have to reopen it, the cops are 100%. Cops are you're gonna be spending a night in jail.
And to be honest with you, that's for that formality.
Yeah.
You don't even have to shut the door, dude.
You're right.
You just be a mild bother at the airport. They will arrest you. It's the
they
only
don't play
power they
around.
have.
Yeah.
And that's why, dude, even when I'm fucked up, I'm always polite.
Have to be.
I'm always standing by at least close to where I need to be for whatever reason, because I don't want any fucking trouble.
Dutch, my co-host for many years on Hippo Juice, and Dutch and Royce was on a flight once, and Dutch is the kind of guy who's just, Dutch. He just doesn't listen. He doesn't care. He was on a flight going back to Colorado, was for business, and he had his headphones in, and they were doing the, when they were, until you get to a certain point, you're not supposed to be listening to music. But most airlines don't care. If you have your headphones in and you're being cool, they leave you alone. He was listening to it, and the stewardess came up. I still call him stewardess. Came up and said, "Sir, you need to remove." And he goes, "No." And she's like, "Sir, you need." No.
I remember that.
That's all he did, right? When they landed,
cops were waiting.
2 cops waiting for him. And the only reason he didn't go to jail or get arrested, he told the story, is because they happened to be his buddies. He was friends with them, those cops. He was like, "Dutch, what did you do?" They said when they saw him, they go, "Joel, what did you do? What the fuck were you thinking?"
You can't be a retard person on a plane. You just can't. Like, I'll stand up for myself. I've never stood up for myself. I take it back. Mid-2000s, early 2000s, I got in a fight on a plane. The same time I did all the coke.
What a coincidence.
It was like 2000.
What a coincidence.
It wasn't long after 9/11. I know that much. But I was out of my face on coke. And some British guy started arguing with me. We got a big argument because of the seating. And I think that's what it was. He was a couple. It was him and his girlfriend. And the seating was arranged where I had to sit in the middle seat.
That's the worst.
And they had like an aisle and a window seat. Mm-hmm. And I got on the plane early. They weren't there, so I just sat in the aisle seat. And I was just doing my thing,
Right.
And the guy's like, "Pardon me, sir. That's my seat over there. I have 6F and you have 6E, sir." And I'm like, "All right, that's whatever." And I sees with his chick, and I'm like, "All right, yeah, that's fine. Are you guys together? Like, would you rather? Can I get? I'll take the window or the aisle. Would you guys want to sit next to each other?" And he just wanted to argue about, "But that's my seat, sir. It's 6F, not 6E." And I'm like, "All right, you know what? Fine, dude. It's cool. Whatever." Like, I was so paranoid at that point on coke. I'm like, I don't want to get in a fight on a plane. "After you, sir." He sits down, put their bags away, whatever. And I sit back, and then I go back to whatever I'm doing. And the guy's like, "Why would you sit in another man's?" And I just fucking I lost it on home. I don't know what it was. That's the kind of thing where, and I started yelling at him, and I was like, "Are you a fucking chick, dude? Because you sound like a fucking chick right now. You a fucking broad? Are you a fucking woman?" And the guy was like, "But it was," I'm like, "Shut up. Shut up. You got your fucking seat, all right?" And like, that's when they started going over, like, "Is everything all right?" I'm like, "No, we're fine." It was like right after 9/11, so nobody wanted the trouble. They're like, we're all going to go to jail. So just everybody shut. But I had to yell at him because it's like, that's why he was doing though. He was like, "But why would you sit there if it wasn't?" I'm like, "The fuck do you care, guy? You weren't here yet. I didn't sit on your lap." Like that would have been weird.
Torres in the chat says, "I got blocked by Crowder today on Instagram. He posted about ABC hitting him, so I said, so basically they Owen Benjamin to you, and he blocked him." Good.
We're not done with you, Crowder.
No, we're not. Let's finish off this video.
Oh, because I called someone old, I get kicked off the plane.
No, because you spit on somebody. You fucking Opalaka hooker. She really is. Jesus Christ, you piece of shit. You fucking sit there and I get. Let me guess. You hang out with all your friends at the Latin America and just you don't leave. They're fucking full and they're trying to. And you sit there and you hang out and you order a water and you sit. And you don't want to leave because you want to hang out with your hooker friends there. Oh, I hate this woman. I hate her so much.
Bye. Bye. Enjoy yourself in Vegas, babies.
She was going to Vegas. So we've already she's going from Broward to Vegas.
Vegas, baby, Vegas. I'll be there in an hour.
You're not going to be winning.
You will not be getting on another plane, ma'am. Ma'am, you will not be getting on another plane.
See you in an hour. They weren't even going to get there in an hour, lady.
No, exactly.
That's at least a 5, 6, 7 hour flight.
Yeah, it's about 6 hours heading there and about 5 back. Well, no, give or take. She got blacked in Carroll City. Okay, that's very specific. All right, Carroll City.
Yeah, but she's not Carroll City though. Like
no, she got blacked in Carroll City.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
her
he was
boyfriend
right. It's
lives
definitely in Opelika.
Yeah, it's Opelika, Hialeah Gardens area.
Miami's the only place where they throw gardens or beach in the title of a town.
There's
and
no
it's just
beaches or
still
gardens.
terrible.
Yeah, Hialeah Gardens is still Hialeah. It's fucking terrible. All right, last thing, and it's a Dusty Bogan. The title of this is Prison Fight Story, Powerful. So Dusty Bogan is interviewing one of his mates. Here we go.
Fire water, mate. Just drink it. Gay brothers just share the same cup.
Hey, there he is. Having a few Dusty Bogans.
Take you down. Never get in trouble.
That tastes good, eh? And I feel fucked up that it's not recording, is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sun's going down, mate. Just water.
Yep.
They're hammered, by the way. They're fucking hammered.
So what's new, Shane? Tell me a story.
What story do you want to know?
Tell us about time in prison.
Time in prison. Which time? Nah, I've only been once. It was lovely.
Yeah.
I learned a lot in there. I learned about God a lot, actually. This one guy, I'll call him Troy.
Yeah.
He was a cellmate of mine for a while, and he knew me in a roundabout way already. But anyway, because we were celled up one night for a particular time, and I was watching Creflo Dollar in the morning, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I love
Dollar.
Like, you know,
What is that?
They just love these scam pastors.
Oh yeah, look, that's the thing with Dusty. Dusty's in this.
He's in the Hillsong.
That one, and it's like, Dusty, man, I like you, but please don't fall prey. You're such a sweet boy. Don't fall prey to these evangelicals. Please don't.
believe in Jesus and all as well." I was like, "Oh wow, okay." So yeah, we spent a lot of time together and just talking about life and stuff and his side of life, and that he had a pretty hard life and things like that. And he always talk about God being on your side and don't fear anything and all this. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, all right. Trouble, like it's your problem, like whatever." Yeah, he smeared shit all over in the inside of his cell. Like he went crazy one night. Yeah.
So he's
shit,
gone
I
now.
saw it. It
He's
was
in
just
lockdown.
disgusting. So he's been
By the way, to get arrested in Australia, you have to be really terrible because you pretty much get away with anything over there.
Yeah, there's like one cop for the whole country.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got a pen, he's going, "No, it's all right, just walk with me." And I'm like, "All right." So we're walking, we walk to the fence, we walk back to the door, turn around, walking back, and I've just sort of looked over my shoulder, hey, and here he comes, he's behind us, coming up to Troy, and I've sort of, whoa, and I've spun around and looked. Troy's turned around, he's like, "Oh yeah, you want to go?" This guy's got the pen.
Terrible.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, he is. For
Just
someone
doesn't
telling a
have charisma,
story, someone
Dusty.
telling a story about getting stabbed.
Hey, Dusty, go find that. South Vietnam. Go find that guy again. He's my favorite. I was Captain Army, South Vietnam. That's my favorite guy.
All right,
Dusty, you're the sweetest boy.
we could probably do one more.
Let's knock over.
We could probably do one more thing. This will be quick. Woman 27. This is from the Daily Mirror. Woman 27 left infertile after having 17 abortions in 6 years.
Why is this news? Because you understand that there have been women I've known who have had one abortion and are now infertile and wish they weren't and want to have kids. So why is it any stretch of the imagination to think that many might do some damage down there?
A 27-year-old woman. 17 abortions, 2 every year. Carry the one.
Well, she's not carrying them obviously the full term.
That's a good point.
But why don't you get to like the third one and go, I need to probably find an alternative method.
How about birth control? Like, a 27-year-old woman has been told she may never be able to have children after having...
Good. You need to... That's your body going, look, you need to stop getting pregnant if you're not going to have these babies.
Maybe never be able to have children after having a shocking 17 abortions in the space of 6 years. Doctors say that... Okay, someone do the math. So 17 abortions in 6 years. How many is that a year? Doctors say the woman named only as Yao Zhao may now be infertile. She's Asian. May now be infertile because her uterus is so badly damaged after all the procedures. Okay, here's the thing. So, Mike, she might not have carried him to full term, but if her uterus, this isn't like one of those, 1 week in, because 1 week in, you don't really damage the uterus. That honestly, when you do those procedures, because you take a cup, they shove a pill up there, and you have a period. But if it damaged your uterus, she probably went pretty far with them because that's going in there and
not necessarily. I mean, just keep doing it over and over and over again. I mean, even if it doesn't grow, I mean, they're gonna make you wait a few weeks before they let you get an abortion anyway. It has to come to a certain term. Like,
hey, stop, stupid.
What is that?
Yuki was scratching on the floor for no reason.
What's that about?
Weird.
But like a lot of times, if they're not getting the morning after pill, then they are getting some sort of a procedure done, and it does have an effect over the long term. So I just think the sheer number of them is going to do damage.
Zhao Quinn, head of gynecology at Shin Maternity and Child Healthcare Hospital in China, said she had implored the pregnant woman to keep her child because it may have been her last chance at motherhood. However, the 27-year-old insisted on the procedure, leaving Zhao and her colleagues no choice but to perform what was the patient's 17 abortion.
Oh, wait, this was in China?
Yeah.
Oh, who cares? I mean, no offense, but we got enough Chinese. I think we can all agree, right?
Zhao Chang had her first abortion when she was 21. Wait.
I'm pro-life, but if you're Chinese and you get 27 abortions, you deserve a medal.
Since their medics say that she has become a regular customer at the hospital's gynecology department, averaging nearly 3 abortions a year. Dr. Zhao released the severity of Zhao and his just physical condition while examining her in the latest procedure. She said, "I found her uterus to be critically thin, like a piece of paper, due to repeated abortions she had." No, I know it's China, but it's a good thing to show people over here all these fucking thoughts that keep getting abortions instead of fucking putting a condom on or having the guy pull out.
Yeah.
Like, you can one day, believe it or not. I know what it's like when you're young and stuff, male or female, when you think, I'm never going to have a kid. But at some point in your life, you're like, maybe you will. Like, there's certain things you don't fuck with.
I get the moral of this story, but still, I'm kind of stuck on less Chinese people, which is really never a bad thing.
Man, you really don't like Chinese people, huh?
It's not, I'm against them, but I mean, come on, chill out a little bit. Like, them and the Indians got to fucking chill. You know how huge Russia is? And
is it big?
Do you know how scant their population is per, hectare of land compared to these Chinamen, these fucking Indians that just fucking, they breed like fucking, like vermin. It's not like Russia. It's like you could travel like 100 miles in a car and you go like, are there any people? There's not a lot of people around. Like shit, Russia's taking in some white South African farmers now because Russia has so much unused farmland that they're like, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna
farm here,
if you're gonna work the land, I guess, cool. So, I mean, whatever. Less Chinaman is always all right in my book.
All right. Well, we've come to the end of the show, everybody.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Nightwave tonight?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Nightwave tonight.
We're gonna have Sway Guevara on tonight. We're gonna be talking more of this embarrassing state of the alt-right. It's gonna be
it really is
fun
bad.
little fun affair.
And of course, I will be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Daywave Live. There's the link, Daywave. If you want to subscribe to my morning show. Thank you, everybody that donated. Let me make sure I got all the super chats because sometimes I forget at the end. I think I got them all this time. I was good. I'm still trying to get into a good rhythm with doing them. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody that check out the show. Thank you, everybody that donated. Mike will be live tonight with Nightwave. I'll be live tomorrow with Daywave. Thank you, everybody. Anything else we got to plug? I'm trying to think.
No,
that's it. All right.
See you guys tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow, guys.